Hey, it's Manu.
And Stu.
We're with 22 Sound in Mandeville, Louisiana, right outside of New Orleans. Yeah, Record Store Day is here, which is basically Christmas for us, the biggest day of the year. So we just got our shipment in, and we wanted to show you what titles we're going to have available here.
Yep. We tried to get everything we could. We are a small store, so we focused on the stuff that we knew you guys wanted and that you requested. And hope you get everything you were looking for.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, most questions after record, obviously, is this one.
We have it. Stop calling us.
Yeah, got a lot of Taylor Swift here for sure. And yeah, some people have asked us, should I get here early if I want a Taylor Swift record? Yeah, probably. I mean, we did get a good bit of them, but it might still not be enough. I don't know.
Yeah. Swifties are another breed. She's in her own lane.
So. She really is unbelievably popular. So yeah, if you want it, you might want to get here a little earlier. We open at 10. Yeah, be here early enough.
Yep. So now for all the supporting act stuff. We've got Brown Sabbath. So you can see with the glare here. I think this is a funk band doing Black Sabbath covers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something
pretty cool. Looks like it might be two disc or at least a gatefold. Pretty cool.
Then we have Warren Zevon here. The Wind. He's pretty popular around here usually when we have some of his records here.
Yep, they don't last long. Then we've got The Midnight, Red, White, and Bruised.
Here we got one for the 90s fans.
Soul Asylum.
Soul Asylum. MTV. Well, was it an MTV?
Yeah, Unplugged? I think it's the entire Unplugged performance.
Yep. 1993.
Nice.
First time on vinyl.
This is probably not going to last long. Stevie Nicks, Belladonna live in 1981. So I think this is her doing the whole Belladonna record live.
Nice.
Nice.
Speaking of live albums, another big one here. This is Pearl Jam with a performance in Australia during the 1998 Yield tour. And yeah, it's kind of a fun little nod to the Yield album cover.
Yeah, I think in Australia we were saying that the Yield signs say giveaway. So
clever.
Clever little cover there. All right, and back again. The past few Record Store Days, we've had a Mr. Big release, and this is yet another. This is the debut album, first time on vinyl since the original pressing, I believe. 3,500 copies on solid blue vinyl.
Nice. I mean, that's some incredible musicianship right there. So all you
guitar nerds,
come out and get it.
Yep.
Then we have The Cure, which of course is always a big
a picture disc too. It's always picture disc with The Cure.
They do love to picture discs. I mean, I don't know if the band has anything to do with it, but it is another live album. Show from 1993, I think, roughly, in that time frame.
It's a double picture disc too, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, and this is something we haven't seen or heard from since the 90s. I think this is the first time that the albums have been pressed on vinyl. This is the Verve Pipe, Villains. You guys probably couldn't escape the song The Freshman back in 95, 96-ish when this first came out. But chance to get it on vinyl for the first time.
Then we have Midlake. I'm getting all the live albums. It looks like
it's the live album.
Yeah, it is a double live album recorded at the Roundhouse in London last year.
Nice. This is a pretty big modern band, big indie band in 1975. This is live with the BBC Philharmonic Orchestra.
Live, but with an orchestra. That's special. This actually, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the most heavily allocated titles. So basically what that means is some records get more orders in by the stores nationwide than what they're actually pressed. So
smaller stores got smaller amounts.
Yeah, you might order a certain amount but only get so many. So there's
this
not
is
many
one of
those.
Not many of them.
So if you want that might be another one. You might have to be here kind of early to make sure you can grab one.
Good luck.
Dolly Parton. What we got for her? The Monument Singles Collection, 1964 to 1968. That's a good era.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
It's a great cover too. A great picture. We've got for our punk fans, we've got The Addicts, Fifth Overture. It's pretty cool. This is a reissue on yellow vinyl. Includes inner bag with lyrics and unseen color photos. Not on vinyl since the 80s.
Wow. Then here we have Broken Social Scene, 20th anniversary of You Forgot It in People.
Nice.
Not sure if it is like a first time on vinyl deal or probably couldn't have been on vinyl very often, I'm guessing.
And this is Miles Davis, Turn Around. Rare Miles from the Complete on the Corner sessions.
That might take the coolest cover.
Yeah, I think
this
so.
year's record, so definitely one of the cool ones.
Yeah, it's got the animation looks like Fat Albert stuff. So pretty cool.
Then here, very understated. Can you read it? It's Post Malone and what is it? Waiting for Never and Hateful. So it's a 12-inch single on red vinyl.
It kind of looks like a Kanye package.
Yeah. Oh, what's up with Kanye these days?
Yeah, we won't be seeing too much from it. Let's see. This is a death metal release. This is Undeath, Live from the Grave. Limited edition bloodshot red vinyl. Really cool.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most hyped death metal bands at the time, I would think, right now. I mean, they're really getting some traction.
New wave of old school death metal band. Looks like the same guy who did the Obituary videos drew this album cover, so it's kind of another neat thing.
Cool. Then something very different. We have B.B. King, Blues is King, another live record, recorded live in Chicago. Don't know exactly when that was, but probably a long time ago.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
Looks like I got the death metal box.
Nice.
There's another death metal band. This is the best of death. The death metal band.
Yeah, so we have Death and Undeath.
Yep.
Nice.
This is Fate, the Best of Death, first ever vinyl reissue of their 1992 record Fate. Splatter edition. Really cool.
I know some people have complained there's not a whole lot of metal on the list, which is true, but at least we have some.
Yeah, we have some.
And some of, legends and maybe future legends. Sisters of Mercy. This is a 1983 EP, The Reptile House, 40th anniversary edition.
Goth classic. All right. Looks like we've got new material or newish material from Garbage. This is an EP, Witness to Your Love, with previously unreleased songs. So
I think the one is a Susie and the Banshees cover.
that's true. Yep.
Then we have the mandatory U2 single.
Every record store
Yeah, have to have one, including Two Hearts Beat as One and Sunday Bloody Sunday. They like both songs in two different versions.
Okay.
Well, I have to say Sunday Bloody Sunday is by a mile the best U2 song, of course.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be many people who disagree. Some more metal. Motley Crue, Helter Skelter. This is a picture disc featuring songs from both Shout at the Devil and Too Fast for Love.
The good stuff.
So the good Motley Crue era.
Mm-hmm.
A little picture disc happening there with some, I guess it's unreleased photos, new photos, never before seen photos. So.
Yeah, and Motley Crue, they don't like each other anymore these days.
Yep, Mick Mars is on the cover.
Yeah, that's when they still liked each other sometimes.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think they ever really got
Probably
along.
not.
It's part of the fun. This is Clark Kent, Stuart Copeland's first solo album, I think. Yeah. Of The Police. Of course, I think this was originally 10-inch vinyl when it first came out, but it's now full size, 12-inch.
All right. Here we have a Cranberries release, a Cranberries reissue. Wake Up and Smell the Coffee on transparent vinyl.
Nice. That would be on my list of guesses for really popular this record store day. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they would go really fast.
Yep.
Then here, I think they are the ambassadors of Record Store Day this year, if I'm not mistaken. So they put out a nice little, thing specifically for Record Store Day. It's an EP. And yeah, it's just so cute how they do that together.
Cute little couple.
I love it.
I think we can add that to the list of things that'll sell fast as well.
Probably.
All right, and here we've got one of those unique releases. This is Rockabye Baby, lullaby renditions of Queen. So if you got a newborn, this is a way you can listen to lullabies without feeling so annoyed. But they've covered everything from Bohemian Rhapsody to We Will Rock You and Under Pressure. All the Queen classics in lullaby form.
Nice. All right, then we have Billy Joel. Not a live record. A lot of live records this year. I would say this is from 1975 at the Great American Music Hall.
Yep. And this is, if you're an Our Lady Peace fan, it's a pretty cool cover. It's sort of die cut, and you could see sections of all the albums from the past, or at least most of the good albums from the past. This, I think, is a sort of a greatest hits or best of collection.
Yeah, and I think there may be some unreleased tracks too. I guess to make it a little special, but I think mainly.
Yeah, I think there's a couple live tracks, one featuring Pussy Riot. So, yep, Our Lady Peace, pretty cool double album collection of their best stuff.
Then we have Madness here with what I think is kind of it is a B-sides compilation. That's actually a pretty cool cover too. Like this.
Nice. And here's something, I don't think it's been repressed in a while. This is a repress on heavyweight yellow vinyl of Generation X. So it's Billy Idol before he became the Billy Idol everyone knows. It's this punk band before those days.
I think another one of those records that got allocated a good bit. So might have to be quick for this one as well.
Yep.
Yeah, just kind of trying to give you a little warning with those that were thinking you might have to be kind of quick.
Yep.
Of course, sometimes we might be wrong. I'm putting these together. Lacuna Coil is reissuing 2 of their records for this Record Store Day. Metal from the early to mid 2000s.
And I noticed they're pressed on the Zvart label. They usually do really solid pressing, so sound good. All right, this is the Black Keys.
That is another live album, but I have to say that I thought that was actually kind of a cool thing. If you're into the Black Keys, I think this is their very first very first live show.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, I hope I'm not wrong about that. I think I remember reading it.
And this is
so that is actually kind of a special thing. I gotta say, that's cool if you're into the Black Keys.
But another one that got allocated, I believe.
Right? Yeah, that was another one. I guess there's really always some titles that are just popular across the board, and there's only so many pressings.
Yep.
So another one, and I think rightfully so. It's pretty special, popular band. And it's kind of a cool little thing to have, I would say.
Yep.
Frank Turner, you're the Frank Turner guy.
Yeah, I really like this guy. It's kind of a acoustic, punkish folk sound, and this is a reissue of his Tape Deck Heart album. Really solid record, and I think they included some extra demos on here.
Yeah, it's like a whole second record.
The whole second disc is demos. So, yep.
Nice.
Very cool. Frank Turner fans, check it out. It's a name you guys probably know and love, Scott Weiland. This is 12 Bar Blues. 25th Anniversary 2 LP edition, first time on vinyl. It's kind of made to look like the Blue Note classic jazz records. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a nice little nod. Then we have Dio. Of course, absolute legend. This is from his great era. That I think is a cool album cover too. Cool,
it sort of ties into the
Diver, and it's live from Fresno in 1983, and so basically at a time when he didn't have any bad song. So
Yeah.
obviously the
That
set
was the-
list is amazing.
The classic.
Yeah.
And the album artwork is great. It fits in
Yeah.
right next to the Holy Diver records.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
that looks really cool. Nice.
All right. Speaking of records that fit in, this is the Eric Carr's solo album. It fits in right with the other Kiss solo albums as far as the cover goes. Eric Carr Rockology. Very cool.
Then we have Flock of Seagulls with B-sides from B-sides edits and alternative mixes. They call it. So
it almost looks like just the repressing of the album,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's
But it's
actually
not
rare
quite.
reissues. Yep, it's rare rarities. All right, here we've got Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers at the Jazz Workshop, 1970, for our jazz aficionados. And I think this comes with a QR code that unlocks another 3 hours of audio, something along those lines. So yeah, not one to miss.
then I think Stu is excited about this one. Who's Gonna
Do. Yep, live at the Longhorn, which is kind of their home base in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken.
So I guess it was a few different sets here.
Yeah.
3 different sets from '79 and then 3 in 1980.
Yep, double album, nice. Here we've got Porcupine Tree. I think this is a release of rarities, never before released song, something along those lines.
Yeah, and another one that apparently was over-ordered.
Yeah.
So only a few copies here. Yeah, if you're looking for that, I know Porcupine Tree, it seems like their fan base is really devoted. If you're into Porcupine Tree, you're really into that.
Yep.
So yeah, it's another one that
We
is
don't have
pretty
many.
rare. So yeah, get here early. This is another one I think you were looking forward to.
I'm just a huge fan of Adam Schlesinger. Most of you know him as the bass player for Fountains of Wayne, Stacy's Mom Band, but he was just a brilliant songwriter, and this is one of his side projects. And unfortunately, he passed away during COVID, so I think they're trying to reissue some of the stuff he did. This being the latest, Ivy's Apartment Life album. Well, actually the demos. So, yep, very interesting. Cool. Hopefully I can take one of those home myself.
All right, then we have Poe.
Huge album. I know a lot of people were big fans of this record, and this is probably the first time it's been pressed on vinyl. Yep, it says on the sticker, first time on vinyl. So.
I guess that's one thing that's always very popular. It seems like those 90s, 2000s
that 90s
presses
stuff
that, it's just never
from
been
like
out on
96,
vinyl.
97, that
Yeah.
was never pressed on vinyl, like Verve Pipe and Poe. It's nice to see those finally getting some shine. This is Nora Jones, Little Broken Hearts, live. Very cool.
Then we have Blur, which trying to remember what that was. Yeah, some kind of. I don't know if this was. I don't think it was like a regular album or anything.
If it's rarities,
Yeah.
probably should have looked into that ahead of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
We've got a Blur release.
It's a lot of stuff, but of course, Blur is not Oasis, so not that.
Yeah. They were really popular for one song here in America, but that's a whole nother stuff. Let's see. We've got Arvo Peck. This is a pressing of his latest album, Bronco, on limited edition gold vinyl. This record got played quite a bit in my household. I don't think there's any additional songs or any extra tracks added to it. It's just a repress on gold vinyl.
All right.
Great looking release.
Then we have Beach House. They're very popular around here. Usually this is their Become EP.
Here we've got Joe Strummer, Street Core. So we got a Joe Strummer release. I think he's been putting them out every record store day lately.
Yeah, it seems like most recent record store days or Black Fridays was some Joe Strummer release. And then we have actually 2 Muddy Waters releases here. One is live at the Ash Grove in 1971, and this one is the Woodstock album. All right. This was recorded in 1975.
All right. And let's see. In 1980, there was a band called Duran Duran. This is their classic era. Rio Carnival. Let's see. This looks like different mixes, different remixes of their biggest songs like Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, New Religion. So, 80s kids, there you go.
Cool. Then we have Edgar Froese, I don't know. Actually.
Tangerine Dream, right?
Yeah, Tangerine Dream always has some releases on record, so they're kind of like a staple too. Yeah.
It looks like a double album.
Yeah, actually, I gotta say, I mean, they're doing all kinds of different swirlies these days and everything, but this actually looks pretty cool, I gotta say.
Yeah. We've got here David Byrne, The Catherine Wheel. So this was a Broadway play, I believe. You have the complete score from the Broadway production. Catherine Wheel.
Then we have Agnostic Front.
Some hardcore. This might be the only hardcore release.
Yeah,
record store there, I think.
Remember anything
Unless I'm
else?
overthinking something.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Right, and then we've got Bastille MTV Unplugged.
Yeah, some of you might think, what? They still do MTV Unplugged?
I guess they do. It says it's in 2021, so yeah, they must have actually brought MTV Plug back. Back at some point, and I just hadn't heard about it. So that's your chance to get the whole set on 2 LPs.
Then we have Howlin' Wolf, Live and Cookin'. That was recorded in 1972.
Sweet. What do we have here? The Wonder Years, Burst and Decay, live from New York. I think these guys might be considered softcore, so it's not hardcore, but softcore from the Wonder Years.
Then we have another Kitty release. They've been kind of reissuing their catalog over the last few record store days / Black Friday, so this is Until the End.
Yep. We've got Volume 2 of 50 Years of TV's Greatest Hits. I think last record store day they put out Volume 1, had Gilligan's Island theme, all that sort of stuff. Here I'm seeing The Avengers, Dragnet, Hill Street Blues, Highway to Heaven. So yeah, if you didn't get your fill of television themes in Volume 1,
amount too.
Yeah, it's enormous.
It's so, like I don't know,
yeah, almost 140. Even more than that, yeah, probably 50.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Then we have The Sword, which is Gods of the Earth, 15th anniversary.
Foil cover. The Ramones from the Pleasant Dreams is just, the New York mixes. So I guess some different mixes of the Pleasant Dreams album. Nice.
Then we do have some metal. Absolute Legends of Black Metal Enslaved, which was their early EPs, Hordane's Land. Well, I don't know, I'm calling it an EP, but I'm not even sure what it's considered. But anyway, they just came out, they're still around, just came out with a new album, got great reviews, and yeah, this is one of their classics.
Yep, and we'll stick on the metal theme here with Shadows Fall, The War Within. Let's see, blue-gray squirrel vinyl, limited to 2,500 copies. Shadows Fall.
Cool. Then, might have heard of these guys. Rolling Stones reissuing Beggar's Banquet. That is 180 gram vinyl on swirling mass of gray, blue, black, and white, to be exact.
So big, messy, swirling mass of colors. What do we have here? This is Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. This actually, the sleeve, I don't know if you could tell in the video, but it's actually a good inch bigger than the average sleeve.
Yeah,
a half
it
inch.
looks kind of massive.
Pretty big, so it's kind of unusual, something we don't see often. Definitely won't fit in your standard size protective sleeve.
And then we have a small one here, Maya Hawke. That is To Love a Boy and Stay Open on a Baby Blues 7-inch.
Baby Blues 7-inch. And last but not least, we've got the Violent Femmes, the reissue on picture disc.
And I would say another one of those that will be
heavily allocated.
Yeah, that will be big one too, I think.
Yeah. It's a picture disc, which audio quality is usually not the best, but I see it's a Craft Recordings pressing, so might prove me wrong there. So, yep, Violent Femmes. All right.
So that's all the titles that we got in. Again, we open at 10 a.m. in the morning, Saturday on April 22nd. And yeah, just a few little ground rules. Record Store Day, there's some strict rules, so we can't hold any records for you. We can't order them or anything, like prepay for them, anything like that.
You can't buy multiple copies of one title, so you can't stand in line for 3 of your friends to buy Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You each have to be here, and you can only buy one per person.
Exactly. But on the other hand, I think it's really just a few basic rules.
Yeah.
It has been really fun in the past. Everybody has always been really cool, so I'm sure it's going to be like that again this year. Looking forward to it. I hope y'all going to find what you were looking for. And yeah, we tried our best, and we got a lot of stuff here, I think.
And we may even put a few other albums on sale as well. So
yeah, we're actually thinking we're doing a little sale of some previous Record Store Day / Black Friday releases that we still have here. So you can look forward to that as well.
All right.
All right, see you on Saturday.
See you there.